Easily manifest money using the law of attraction. The word easy and the word money in the same sentence. Now, that sounds like a big giant hoax. But what if I were to tell you that the only reason that it's difficult for us to attract money into our life is because our society has programmed with us some wrong information ingrained into our minds that is actually making you block the flow of money from coming into your life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and I was a 19-year-old college dropout struggling to get my books published and struggling with everything. My wife, now girlfriend at the time, was in debt, and she was in debt because I couldn't pay for anything. Nothing was working out for me financially. And then I uncovered how to easily attract money into my life by changing a few ideas that I had around it, and then the floodgates open. Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, riches when they come in such vast quantities that one wonders where they were hiding all those lean years. They just start showing up. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make it start showing up. Easily manifest money using the law of attraction. Let's dive right into this video. Number one, the only difference between easy and hard, a little and a lot, your thoughts. Your thoughts are the only difference between those two. Everything in this physical universe is simply energy. And what happens is we put these time allotments on things. This will never work. This will take me 60 years. It'll take me 60 years to be financially free. Well, it's really hard to do this. Well, me doubling my income, that will be really hard. And we block the flow. Now, I know that sounds silly because I was sitting there too. I was struggling to get my career going. As I said, my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, was in debt. And I listened to a online seminar by an individual named Bob Proctor. And he said that it's not hard to attract money. What's hard, if anything, is our mindsets that are set up to block it. And he said, you can turn your annual income, what you make in a year, you can turn that into your monthly income. And I thought, this guy is ridiculous. This is the silliest thing I ever heard. But I said, I will suspend my disbelief long enough to give these ideas a clear try. And my life changed absolutely forever. Not only did my annual income become my monthly income, but much more than that. And it shifted when I stopped thinking of it as, oh, that's a lot. Oh, this is hard. And I started affirming instead that money comes to me easily. I changed my mindset to, I have a right to be rich. Now, I used to think if I made money helping people, I was a bad person. I used to believe, well, you have to be extremely, extremely intelligent to attract a lot of money, when in fact that's not true either. I mean, just the most clear-cut example is Henry Ford, creator of Ford Motors. He had like a elementary school education. Richard Branson, the creator of the Virgin Group, billionaire. He didn't even finish middle school. So you don't need to be some brilliant Harvard person in order to attract a lot of money. You don't. But what you do need is a fundamental understanding that you have a right to be rich. You have a right to it, and you're going to make the world a better place. You will be more generous. You will be more giving. And in order to attract money, you have to help people anyway. So you're naturally going to make the world a better place. So comment down below, I have a right to be rich. Comment down below, I have a right to be rich. Number two, what is money really? It's just energy. But if you believe it to be this ever elusive piece of paper that's hard to get, it's going to be an ever elusive piece of paper that's hard to get. Everything in this physical universe is just energy. Your iPhone that you're watching this on, your computer that you're watching this on, the chair that you're sitting on, the walls of the room that you're in, it's all energy. It's all energy just moving at different rates of vibration. Moving at rates of vibration that are so dense, the way that the light is arranged, it appears to be solid objects to these limited physical eyes. Money is just energy. What are your thoughts? Your thoughts are energy. Money is an energy system that we use to exchange value. And when you put that in perspective, it doesn't become this ever elusive thing anymore. It's just energy. And if my consciousness can be in harmony with the energy of money, then I can attract it into my life. Because money is really two things. Just like you have a coin, and the coin has a heads and a tails. There's two sides to the coin. There's two sides to the coin of money as well. There's the presence of what you want, the prosperity, and the absence of it. Most people want money, but they're focused on the absence of it. They're focused on the fact that taxes are too high. They're focused on the fact that the 1% have all the money and it's unfair. They're focused on the fact that they're still in debt and it still hasn't worked yet, but they really wish they had more money. They're focused on the fact that beans are too expensive at the store. They're focused on the fact that my electricity bill was way too high and it really makes me angry, and those criminals charging too much money for the electricity. They want more money, but they're jealous of the fact that somebody else got the promotion that they wanted or is more successful in their industry than they are. They wish they had more money, but then they're judging the person that just bought the new house and they're driving around in their Ferrari or whatever it is. They're focused on the absence of prosperity, but they really want prosperity. And that's entering your subconscious mind. And it's sending a subliminal message that you do not have. I do not have. If you judge someone with, even if you don't want a Ferrari, and you judge someone that has one, and you, in your head, oh, you should have just given your money to charity. Oh, you rich jerk. What are you really saying? You're saying that money is bad. And your subconscious mind immediately says money is bad. I will block money from coming into your life because you don't want to be bad. Subconsciously, you don't want to be bad. So you're blocking it from coming into your life with that type of frame of mind, because everything is two things. Money, the presence of it, and the absence of it in your life are two sides of the same coin based off of your perception of it. Why is it during the Great Depression that some people became billionaires? It was the Great Depression. Everyone was focused on the fact that there was no money and no opportunity, and some people came in and solved problems, and they attracted money as a result of that. It was actually, for those people, the easiest time ever, because everyone else was focused on the absence of money. So you don't need money in order to be focused on the presence of it. I didn't have any money. My wife, my girlfriend at the time, was in debt, but I started focusing on it. I wrote on a little index card that large sums of money come to me quickly and easily as I inspire millions of people, and I would carry it with me everywhere that I went. What was I doing? I was starting to activate new brain cells focused on prosperity. I was so used to, for so long, the opposite of prosperity. Stress, worry, is this going to work out? I was in a state of anxiety a lot of times about having not enough money and having the problems associated with that. I was activating brain cells of lack constantly and reinforcing that constantly. I had to change the way my brain was used to perceiving and processing reality. I had to get focused on what I wanted. So today, start looking for prosperity, even if you don't have it. Start counting the money in all the cars while you're driving around. Oh, that's a $10,000 Camry. Oh, that's a $75,000 Porsche. Oh, that's a $85,000. Just start counting it. Go on a walk in your neighborhood and count the money and the apartments and the condos and the houses. Just count it all and get your mind focused on it. Get this. There's so much money printed every single day that the US dollar loses value every single year because the Federal Reserve is printing too much money. Now that's a problem of another type, but it's just a clear-cut example of the fact that there's too much money. There's so much money. It's out there, but you have to be in the consciousness of it to be in a place of receiving it back into your life. Just like if you didn't think that Harley Davidsons were valuable, you wouldn't have a Harley Davidson. If you don't think money is if you're not in the consciousness of prosperity, you're not going to attract it into your life. It's impossible. So regardless of where you're at financially, you have to begin today to start to be in the consciousness of having it. What I used to do is I went to the bank, and I didn't have very much money in the bank, but I got a $100 bill and I would put it in my wallet, and I wouldn't spend it because I couldn't spend that $100, but every time I would open my wallet to pay for something, groceries, whatever it might be, I would see the $100. I was sending a subliminal message to myself at all times. So much of wealth is about being in the consciousness of having it. And as you start to condition your mind to that, then you see the effects of that in your life. Science shows us through the observer effect, which is quantum physics, it's showing us that a piece of energy, everything is energy. A piece of energy can be a particle or a wave. A wave meaning it's in an energy state that's not perceivable to the naked eye, even under a microscope. Particle being that it's materialized, that a subatomic particle could be both a physical object and a non-physical energy invisible thing. Based off of your consciousness of it, based off of the scientist that's observing it, their consciousness around it. So what is that telling you? That you can have money not in your life, and you could say, there's no money in my life, this isn't working out, da-da-da-da-da, I'm broke, I'm never gonna have it, this is way too hard. It's easy for you to say, this is difficult. And what is that going to do? You're going to collapse the subatomic particles, the consciousness that creates matter, into a reality of scarcity over and over and over and over again. But if everything is energy, if your consciousness shifts, I have a right to be rich. God's abundance flows into my life quickly and easily. Comment that down below. God's abundance flows into my life quickly and easily. God's abundance flows into my life quickly and easily. My financial life is changing now. Large sums of money are coming into my life quickly and easily. I now have financial freedom. What's happening there? My consciousness has shifted into a consciousness of wealth, into a consciousness of prosperity, into a money consciousness. And the result of that is my consciousness affects the energy around me. And I start to take the energy of money that I don't have, but it's available in a non-physical dimension. And through my consciousness, I start to manifest it in physical reality, and life changed quickly. That's why Napoleon Hill said, riches when they come in such vast quantities so quickly that you wonder where they were hiding all those linears. They were there. They're just in a non-physical dimension. They're at an energy frequency beyond what you can perceive. It's like when someone's about to buy a house and it's in escrow. It's almost that person's house. It's like in vibrational escrow. It's about to unfold into their life. They almost have it. You have money in escrow. Why? Because you're an individualization of God. You're worthy of everything that you desire. You have a right to be rich. And all the desire for more money is really a desire for more life, because what money is useless if it just sits in a stash in your house, right? The point of money is for the experiences that you can get for it. Whether putting your children through school, funding a charity, getting the car you want, the house you want, being able to have the freedom to pursue the passions that you want. That's what it is, which is really just you desiring to experience more of God's creation. Therefore, you are totally worthy of money. It's totally natural for you to attract money. And as your consciousness shifts, you see it unfold in your life. So today, start to be in the consciousness of it. Start to express gratitude that it's coming into your life simply by connecting to your inner world, because this outer world, your bank account, is a reflection off of your inner consciousness. Be in the consciousness of prosperity today. Look for it. Comment down below, prosperity is everywhere. Next, you have a conscious and a subconscious money mind. Psychologists say that 95% of your life is controlled by your subconscious. Now, the word subconscious means below conscious. So consciously you say, I want more money. Here's my goal. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's how it's going to work out. That's your conscious mind. Subconscious, though, you aren't even aware of. It's subconscious. It's below conscious. And the way that mind is programmed to work, those 65,000 thoughts in a day, 65,000 thoughts in a day, that's what psychologists say that you have. And 95% of your life is controlled by your subconscious. So what does that mean? Every action that you take with respect to money, the amount of money in your bank account, every thought or belief you have around money, how you show up to your life, to your work, it's all, everything. It's subconscious. It's a pattern plan playing itself out, and it's programmed from other people. Up until the time you're about 6 years old, your brainwave states are in a state akin to hypnosis. Your brain is in a state of hypnosis, and you're just receiving all the information you got around you from your parents, from teachers, from the media, and look around. 9 out of 10 people die with less than $10,000 and virtually no financial assets. The majority consciousness is programming us to have a poor relationship with money. Religions tell us, oh, it's the root of all evil. People always say, oh, I'd rather be happy. Why not have money and be happy? Sure, if you overvalue money to the point where it's the most important thing in your life, definitely that's going to create a lot of negativity. But when you understand that it's a useful tool and it's all it is really energy, and it's a tool that allows you to provide more value to people and allows you to experience more freedom in life, then it gets powerful and interesting. But the problem is, subconsciously, you're programmed to block it. If your parents got divorced over money, if you saw your parents argue over money, if your parents never did well financially and they said certain things about money, it's all programmed into you subconsciously. And the way to start breaking that is twofold. One, create an affirmation for yourself, and two, you have to begin to hypnotize yourself. When I learned all this, I created a success hypnosis. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com, right there down below. You can use it for free right there down below. And when I learned all this stuff, I was like, I'm going to take all of this to the logical extreme. If this is true, you have a subconscious mind, what psychologists tell us, if this is true, I'm going to do everything in my power to reprogram my subconscious mind so I can attract success into my life. And I created a success hypnosis for myself, and I started listening to it every single day. Sometimes I'd really listen to all the words, sometimes I would space out. It doesn't matter. Either way, my subconscious is still picking it up. jakeshypnosis.com for free, right there down below. And start using that every single day to retrain your subconscious mind and start to allow yourself to get used to new ideas around being worthy of the money you want, that you have a right to be rich, that you're happy, healthy, and wealthy, that money comes to you easily and quickly. So right there down below, and then couple that with a statement. Pick what it is your financial goal is. Let's say your financial goal was Y. And so your statement would be, I'm so grateful that large sums of money come to me as I easily earn Y, whatever that number is. I'm so grateful that large sums of money come to me as I easily earn an extra $500 a month. Whatever it is, you put it in the present tense. Now, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real. And what you start to do is affirm that constantly, and slowly what begins to happen is it accesses the subconscious through repetition. That's how you reprogram your subconscious, through repetition. The only reason you know your name is because it's subconsciously programmed through repetition. Imagine if when you were younger, your parents said, I'm only telling you this once, Billy. Your name's Billy. I'm never saying that again. You're going to have to remember that. If you were 2 years old, you wouldn't remember. You'd go into preschool for the first day and somebody would say, "Hi, what's your name?" And you'd be like, "Name? I don't know." Because it hadn't been inserted into your subconscious through repetition. Every idea is inserted into the subconscious through repetition. Think about politics. Almost every single person has a similar viewpoint to their parents, to the people that they're around. Why? Not all the time, but a vast majority of the time this is so. Why? Because since you were little, you heard your parents talk about it at dinner. You listen, whatever media they listened to, whether they listened to the left side, the right side, or an independent side, you heard it all growing up. And pretty soon, your political belief systems are formed most often by the people, by the grown-ups that you're around. And then it plays itself out. Well, we do the same thing with money. Then the way that we're programmed financially plays itself out unless you deliberately reprogram your subconscious mind to attract. Think about this. You have 65,000 thoughts in a day. 95% of your whole life, of every action you take, of everything that you do is subconscious. And you're not stuck any way you're programmed because you can rewire and reprogram your subconscious if you suggest new ideas. And this is what we're talking about. So take your affirmation in the present tense, comment it down below and say, "Large sums of money come to me easily and quickly." Comment that down below. Large sums of money come to me easily and quickly. Make sure that you download my free success hypnosis and start to use that, because I always say brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. Remember, you're worthy of financial freedom. You're deserving of financial freedom. You're meant to live a prosperous, fulfilling, generous life full of excitement, health, and vitality. But you have to make it up in your mind that you have a right to be rich. You have to change. Most people don't believe that. They say, well, money's not that important. If you were in a relationship with someone and you told them that they weren't very important, how long would they stick around? Not very long. Can you imagine saying that to your newlywed wife or husband? Just want to let you know, you're not that important. I'd rather be happy. They wouldn't stick around. Why do you think money would be there then if you said the same thing about money? Money is energy, it's consciousness, just like a human being is consciousness. And it responds to your consciousness about it. If my wife came home today and I said to my wife, "Babe, I just want to let you know, I'd rather be happy and you're not that important." She would be like, "We've got some serious problems we need to address, or I'm out the door." It's the same thing with money. You have to start to talk about it as if you want that relationship in your life, that you want to nourish and build that relationship. You speak to money and about money in appreciation for it, feeling grateful that you're blessed by it, that more of it is flowing into your life, that you have a positive relationship with it, and that you're worthy of attracting it into your life. And every day the supply is amplifying because God's abundance flows into your life. Start communicating like that and you will see the law of attraction start to work magic in your life, because the law of attraction simply says, like energy attracts like energy. And when you're speaking the way that I'm describing here as an example, you're in the consciousness of prosperity. You're in the consciousness of prosperity. And when you're in the consciousness of prosperity, you're in harmony with money. Like energy attracts like energy. Then you start to pull circumstances, situations that match prosperity into your life. You get new opportunities. You start to meet new people. You find money comes to you randomly, or a new opportunity for prosperity presents itself as a new job, a new business, a new client. Things start to shift as you do not allow your thoughts to be controlled by the lack of money in your life. Because if you keep affirming your present reality, I don't have money. Well, I only have $17. I just overdraft. I'm in debt. This is hard. The rich people have the money. I wish I didn't have to pay my taxes. Tax season. I wish I didn't have to do that. Man, why do they pull so much of my money out? You're in an energy of scarcity, of lack. Remember this. Lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. Just because you see a lack of evidence doesn't mean that it's a true evidence of lack. You only see a little bit of available light, a little bit of energy. There's so much energy happening beyond what your eyes can actually perceive. You blow a dog whistle, you can't hear a dog whistle. What's up with that? Your ears can only pick up a certain bandwidth of sound. Your eyes can only pick up a certain bandwidth of light. What is reality? It's a bunch of light photons and energy vibrating. That's all reality is. And at every single moment when you're seeing things, you're sending energy signals back through your eyes that are activating brain cells of recognition that are saying, that's what this thing is. Oh, no money? Oh, I'm broke. You have to change that and say, money is flowing into my life. My present circumstances are not indicative of what's going to happen over the next 90 days. I can feel my life shifting. I can feel my life growing. I live in a prosperous world. More money is printed every single day. I have talents that I'm richly rewarded for. The universe is conspiring to help me grow my business, to help me get a promotion in my job, to bring new clients into my experience. That's how you talk about it, and then you start to see. So what I'm inviting you to do is spend the next 21 days speaking only of prosperity. Spend the next 20 days speaking only of prosperity. So what does that mean? It means you stay in the consciousness of abundance in your mind. And as you begin to make that a habit, which is going to come by the end of the first day, by the second day of doing it, it starts to become more a habit. And as that habit forms, that's the number one sign that your financial life is about to shift. You can attract money easily, but you must begin to affirm it. Comment down below, large sums of money come to me quickly and easily. Download my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com, right there down below. Thank you for watching this video. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Hit the subscribe button. I almost fumbled on my words. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification right over there. The bell notification is what notifies you for new videos. So even if you already subscribed, go ahead and hit the bell notification right over there because that's what notifies you for new videos. Comment down below, large sums of money come to me quickly and easily. If you haven't yet, make sure that you begin to use my success hypnosis. Just let it play while you're cooking. Just let it play softly while you're journaling. Let it play softly while you're stretching on the ground. Let it play softly. Allow it to start to work magic with your subconscious, because once your subconscious receives the message that you're prosperous, that money can flow freely into your life, that you have a right to be rich, what begins to occur is your subconscious starts to take over. It controls 95% of your life, and you start to see things show up in your life without your conscious effort. And that's when the real magic starts to unfold. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Great things are in store for you. Great things are on your way. Comment down below, great things are coming. I'll see you on the next video. If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button right over there and hit the bell notification, because that's what's going to notify you for new videos. Subscribe, bell notification. Let's get right to the video.